Hello everyone, Jet here, and welcome back to my Kraka Drak playthrough as the Norse Dwarfs, guys. As I have been mentioning, this is recorded in advance, so I do apologise if I can't reply to any of your comments. Well, I will still reply to your comments, but if I sound a little bit confused or I'm a little bit, if you make suggestions, I won't be able to follow them straight away. Now, as we were discussing last time, we've been considering going to war with the Empire just to deal with this issue. And some of you have been saying it would be quite cool if these guys became more powerful, and well, the more I think about it, the more I'm wondering why I'm even friends with the Empire at the moment. Because they're at war with some of my allies. I've annoyed people because of it. I've got no alliances with them, so I'm not even going to wait. I am going to request all of my allies to join us. So yeah, sorry, because I've got quite a few allies here. Oh, hang on, that's not what I want to do. I'm getting myself confused.
Welcome, oldest friends of the Empire.
So call all of my allies to join, because we've got quite a few allies which surround the Empire, and they have very few. And all of my allies have joined. So the Empire is now surrounded by hostiles, which shouldn't be too difficult to deal with, and we should potentially be able to bring some other people into this war as well. Now let's take a look at the diplomacy of the Empire.
Now.
So Bretonia is already at war with them. All these guys are at war with them. To be fair, I think everybody who doesn't like Marienburg.
Sigmar's will. Approach as friend and make your offer.
Let's ask these guys to join our war with the Empire.
Not in my name.
Not yet, but the Empire now has to deal with a lot of forces, and hopefully that will bring our grudge to an end. As mentioned, we are going to be moving this force out as well to take on Help It once this is dealt with. So we're in a good position. We've got a couple of nice solid armies over here, ready for action as well. So let's see how the Empire what the Empire does here, because the Empire is also very badly positioned for this war because they are spread all over the place. They've been losing territory to the little wars they're in. So hopefully from this I'm going to be able to pull it back, and my allies will manage to expand into the Empire territory. That said, the Empire is not small and is quite powerful, and does have, because the game gives them a slight auto-resolve buff. Main factions get a slight auto-resolve buff, guys, because against non-player factions, because they or minor factions, to try and keep them in the game. If you don't know, not aware of that. Which is why generally they manage to hold on even if there's not much left. Ooh. But no, we're only going to use one army down here. We're going to build up that one army which is going to be used to support here. To push down into Empire territory. And we're not necessarily going to take any territory. We're going to sack, we're going to raid. And that's our plan here. I know it's not one of my main plans, but I want to... Basically, the main thing I want to do is I want to deal with this grudge. Grudge issued rebellion grudge. Oh. Crush the rebellion over here. That shouldn't actually be too hard to deal with. And it will get us some oath gold. There we go. So that's the Skaven battered and pushed up there. I need to keep an eye on just how battered they are, because realistically I want to be moving straight to Help It if I can, rather than going through them. I don't want to let anybody else siege Help It. I want to be the person who takes it. That said, it's going to be a hard settlement to hold potentially. But it's also a big settlement. They didn't take that much time. Did they actually win that battle? Not a problem. We've got a very large force we can hit them with there, so
My axe thirsts for war.
I think we managed that.
Shoulder axes, lads. We move.
We did get another grudge there,
Summon
didn't we?
me if you dare.
I can win 3 battles versus Gree. Oh, well, that's a horrible grudge. Considering I'm nowhere near any greenskin tribes.
Lord of Clan Morgrim. Yes.
Oh, damn. So we will move next turn then. Cromson has leveled up. Let's get a rally so we can start getting into these top level ones. I'm mostly after income generation, guys, as you can probably guess from doing this, from what I'm looking at. Because income will get me more armies. I am going to put that one up, however. Okay, now the Skaven are still alive over here, I believe, so I do need to be careful, but not too careful. Plus, being at war with the Empire will help with my relations with some of the others. Now, the Empire is powerful, so I do need to be careful here. But I'm relatively confident our coalition of non-Empire forces, you know, will batter them back. Hopefully, anyway. Could bring Marienburg into there. They're actually really quite powerful. Somehow. I still can't believe the Sword of Cain is wandering around in Bretonnia. It's not been in the hand of an elf for ages. A little concerned by the Dark Elves there, because they could quite easily go to war with me. I am obviously still at war with the High Elves as well, and I do want to invade them, guys. It's just whether or not I get time. I know the Empire is a distraction, but I want to get rid of that grudge. I wanted to get rid of that grudge, then we got that other grudge, which is a pain. That said, we can always march through to find some greenskin tribes back here to hit with this army up here after we've battered bloodied the Empire's nose. I don't necessarily want to completely win the Empire War, but I want to bloody them. I want to reduce them to the point where they're not a power anymore. Nice. Why didn't you take it? So Kislev just battered them there. But I think they took a bit of a battering themselves. Now, somebody has commented, guys. I do see on this one and the other things, I do seem to have a few of the extra lords. I think that is from the faction unlocker. I think it does give you a few extra lords. But I'm not entirely sure. Like the Ice Queen I've got there, who isn't part of any of the mods I've got, but I think I think she must be implemented into the faction unlocker itself. Come on! That's what we wanted. So now that is battered and taking attrition, so we are now potentially free to move. I'll look at what my garrison size is compared to their army, because I don't want to leave the place completely undefended, but at the same time I want to get to their settlement before they can start throwing troops together, because Skaven, we all know how quickly Skaven can build troops. They lost that. Oh, they just ran away. So I am going to have to chase down that army. Nice. Oh, I say it's just Slayer units, which I don't really use. No, I don't want any of them just yet. So we're going to keep going down that one. Oh wow, we've got... Oh! Somebody battered Gelt for us, which has finished that grudge.
Armed and ready.
To war!
Setting off. Come off.
And we are going to finish Help It now. It may be a siege, but we should be able to finish it. They don't have the best garrison, but they should be able to hold off against this force. He says that is a nasty force. But it's a walled settlement.
Master of runecraft.
Right, Ulfgar. It's time.
Iron-willed.
You're going to go and finish off this war. Ah, they don't quite control all of that territory. We're going to go batter them.
The Lord of Murder whispers his will.
Which is potentially going to lead to a couple of other wars up here, but we'll deal with them as and when they happen. How are we doing over here? Oh,
Armed and ready. Vengeful Ridlor.
we're getting there.
Time for a reckoning.
You're clear for now. Let's drop you off.
My anger burns bright.
And we're gonna start building this army up with Largus here, Iron Pick Mark II, who's gonna get a new army built up as well. There's something I want to compare, because I know I prefer archers, but I'm wondering if I should have some thunderers in these armies too. Which I can't actually build at the moment, so not. Oh, can I not get thunderers anyway? No, I can't, but I can get spike gunners. See, I can only get a single unit of the thunderbows, guys. 31 missile damage. Actually, that's really good. Very short range, though. Explosive projectiles, they're an oddity. They're not a normal thing. And there, the other one. Might have a look at some of them at some point, but... To be fair, we also have a setup which works really nicely. But maybe having some of those guys who can sit on the flanks and get around the backs would help. Because they do a lot of damage. See where you're just heading further north. As I said, Ulfgar is going to go and make a landing in the north. Now they're safe. We've got a lot of Skaven agents around. Now the Empire hasn't actually lost any territory yet, but it is definitely being invaded on multiple fronts now, which is good. Now what we'll do this army is once we've dealt here and push down this coast, this side of the Empire, go through there, because I want to get to these guys so I can finish my grudge against the greenskins before that becomes too nasty. I don't get why I got a grudge against the greenskin tribes. And it's actually quite an annoying one because literally nothing I can do. I mean, well, I can, but it's going to be an effort to deal with it. That said, if I can federate them and I can get a few territories in the rear of the mountains, it's not going to be bad. We'll be protected by other factions, so... Okay, I really don't care what's going on with these guys. But basically, the old world is kind of riven by war at the moment, which isn't necessarily a terrible thing. Ooh, nice. I just say nice, it's not that good.
Aye up, onward.
Oh damn, I should have gone straight there. I'm gonna get that to max level because when chaos do eventually come, I will need it.
Heading out.
New interesting thing, guys, with the new thing, when we take islands like this, we're potentially gonna have to fight battles, which is awesome. Though that could just be a Vampire Coast thing for Vampire Coast campaigns, but aggression will take the buff of the army.
Burns bright.
Nice! Frenzy augment for everybody in the army. That makes them much more powerful. And we're going to go straight up here, hit Nagar next turn. Wow, the Empire has lost a lot. I mean, it's been massively weakened very quickly. I wasn't expecting it to lose quite that much that fast. It's not lost any territory, but it's lost a lot of... I think it's lost a lot of its big armies, which will take a while for it to replenish, so... Let's double time through some of this. I really shouldn't be double timing through the high elves just in case they're sending something my way. I'm just keeping an eye on the map as well. Kislev do. Don't really care about any of these guys either. Now what I might do is once I start sieging Hell Pit is I may request the Skaven send support. Sorry, not the Skaven. The northern tribes. Ooh! I forgot they could do that, and they'll have reinforcements here. So this battle is going to be the battle for here, guys. With Forgard, Akhandrak Carlson. That is a name. Why did I completely forgot they could do that. This could be vicious. Oh, it already hit me. I rephrased that with this could be vicious by this will be vicious. Wow, that unit's tiny.
Master engineer, shield bearers, home! War of vengeance, the clans unite. It is a reckoning. Strike out! Kill the oath splitters. Attack! Kill works!
Get your butts around there. We'll shred this first force. It's the secondary force coming in, which is going to be problematic.
Vengeance! Nothing can stop us!
Fold in on those clan rats.
Other clan rats flee!
We're already breaking them. The thing to make sure, though, is that we fire a few volleys into them as they run. Alright, we are reforming and we're going to use this hill to our advantage. Because I'm not going to sit and let them sneak and skitter out of those hills at us. Putting these guys on the edges because I want them to be able to get behind. You can go there, actually. You can go there. You can go right in the middle of that unit. And you can go with these guys.
For the ancestor gods!
Basically, we're going to use this hill now. God damn it.
Nothing can stop us! Go! On those dwarven legs!
In fact, what we're going to do is we're actually going to put all of these guys over this side in squares.
Move! Let the vengeance begin! Fire on the foe!
Oh yeah, and I got my pet tamed chaos warriors here, who I need to pull back as well.
Unbending!
Damn, Skaven! That menace from below is a pain in the butt on occasion.
Castle!
I'm not actually all that bothered by these guys, I just don't want to let them get too close.
Vengeance! Take them down!
I'll keep moving back so my rangers can hit them. They'll make very short work of these guys.
Vengeance! Should we run? Ready to serve! Move! Dodge!
Oh god.
Breakers!
Wrong way around.
Strike out! They have wronged us!
That'll do.
Charge! Charge!
I don't think I've got too much to worry about here. Oh, I say as they do that.
Now! Shoot the wyverns!
You want to charge me? You want to charge my true sons of Ulrich? Oh.
Strike out! Rage far, rage fast!
These guys have taken a bit of damage, but they can soak it. Now where is the rest of their force? Oh god, I think I'm on the wrong side. Oh god, I'm on the wrong side. I thought they were coming in from that way. Oops. No, I'm just going to reform the line. Doing it like that would really mess things up. These guys have stalk, which is quite good. Oh, damn. Oh, God, 4 of them. These guys are going to come into their own there. And these guys as well. They're going to have to engage them.
This grudge must be satisfied. Move off! Iron breakers! Go!
Get your butts in front of them.
Move now!
Fast.
Move!
And everybody else is going to have to reposition to deal with them, to avoid them.
For Grimnir! Moving out! Yes! Killers! Nothing can stop us! Hit your targets well!
Get your butts over here.
Kill! Burn!
Let's get some heroes in here too.
Our fire all dimmed!
Okay, you were meant to be shooting at them, but never mind.
Yes, laddie! Stop! Oh, baby! Ha!
That'll do. You guys can just move up to hold that flank. That's one of them nearly down. Let's keep the focus on there. You can actually just be moved over to these guys. Slam down into them as well, please. That's one down. There we go. Right, you guys can get your butts back over. Can start heading over here. I don't care about you. No, just you two.
Pump those dwarven legs! For the High King! No shoddy contraptions here!
In fact,
For Grimnir!
get a lovely little frontal line here to deal with those rat ogres.
Yes,
These guys are all hidden. Let's move them up onto the flank. Now, what I need to remember is the Skaven also have a lot of hidden units.
Kill Urks! Hazuk! Thane! Blow through! Longbeard! Fire on the foe!
Oh god, even more. Hit that unit now.
The clans unite!
They should break relatively quickly. I'm keeping these guys relatively safe.
Hazuk! Iron breakers!
Hit that unit now. And now, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start marching these guys forwards on this flank straight away. Because I want to close now, because a lot of these units are very, very nasty. You guys are going to break off and head up here, using your stalk. Form up here. These are heavy damage dealers, actually. Let's group them and group them. You guys are going to get locked. And charge. You guys are going to try and hold the line. You guys are going to keep getting around the back. Charge in there. You guys can watch the flank here, actually.
Nothing can stop us. By the force, Father. Go! Nothing can stop us.
Right, we're going to get our butts behind and shooting into all of these guys.
Move it out.
Straight into those sensor bearers. I want to rip them to pieces.
Kill them. Go! Vengeance. Hey. Come together, lads. Kill them.
That's what we wanted.
Righto.
Where is their Warlock Engineer? You're next. You guys can get your butts behind. I know you're struggling, but we need you up here. This battle has been vicious on some of these units.
Go! Group created.
There's some of their stalky units.
Yes. The runes glow. This grudge must be satisfied.
Let's hit them next. You guys can slam up into that corner.
They have wronged us.
Push up into them. Now the other thing to remember is these guys can shoot things as well.
Kill the old splitters.
That's it. Ooh, hit them now.
Yes. That's it.
Get your butts behind throwing stuff into them.
For the ancestors.
Turn and hammer here.
Reach fast.
We're cracking them nicely. I do want to be a bit careful with these guys behind, but...
Strike out. Pick your targets well.
That's it. Ooh, we're beginning to run low on ammo. Ooh, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I think we've got it. Nice.
Get on.
We lost my true sons of Ulrich, but they did their job. Considering it was an ambush, I did reasonably well. That said, it was an ambush where I had time to set up. I lost 180, whereas they lost a lot more. But they had more troops to lose. Not much more though, so we did very well out of that. Again, these guys, they did well, but they just don't have the range. And that's what I dislike about them. But they're very good against armor piercing. Now, I mean, they are still good damage, but you can see if that battle had been prolonged, I'd have started having ammo issues. That said, they can also just charge it. They are good for charging into the rear because they do have quite good armor piercing damage and with, you know, melee weapons, so they're an interesting unit. They're not really one I'm particularly au fait with, but they'll do. Kill them all! And we've got a few level ups here.
Vengeful Rune Lord.
Actually, Cleanse Corruption is going to be very, very useful for us soon. Obviously, Root Marcher for him first. And reducing the reload time.
Master of Runecraft.
You see, they've still got quite a lot here, which is fairly well. But we're going to take our time. I'm in no rush to Zerg here.
To battle!
I want lots of siege equipment before we hit them.
Stop that! I'll cast the runes.
Hopefully you'll be close enough to the coast. You're not taking attrition. And this is where we're going to have to end this one for today. So as always, thank you very much for watching, guys. I do hope you enjoyed this. Please feel free to pop any comments in the comments section or jump over to my Discord and say hi. There is a link to my Discord in the comments and the description, as well as links to my Twitter and my Patreon. Thank you very much for your time, guys.